right, welcome back, everybody, to another installment of Honest and Uneducated, the show where we talk about anything from movies, movie news, comic books, television, video games like Tony Hawk 1 and 2 that's coming out soon. That looks pretty dope. Real quick, right off the top, guys, just don't forget you can just email us at honestanduneducated@gmail.com. Email us any questions or topics that you would like us to go over on the show. That's honestanduneducated@gmail.com. And with that down and out of the way, joining me today is none other than Rick Metz. How you doing today?
Pretty good, man. How are you?
I'm not too bad, dude. We got some good stuff coming here on the pipeline, dude. We got, like I said, Tony Hawk 1 and 2. I know you're pretty hype about that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I played that game. I was telling you the other day, I think it was last week. I was thinking about it because I saw something about it was coming out soon and everything. And I didn't realize how much I actually played that game back when I was a kid.
Almost wore the disc out kind of thing.
Yeah, like I seriously feel like I just thought back on it and I was like, hey, dude, I played it all the time.
I played it religiously.
I made custom maps like constantly and just like, I don't know. It was a great game.
It really was.
It was a great game.
Well, they all were.
Yeah.
I like Skate as well, but that's a whole different.
I never liked Skate as much as that. Like,
once you get good at Skate, it's fun.
It never lived up. Like, I feel like it was a good game, but it was never.
I think the problem was it was too realistic and it made it more difficult versus Tony Hawk. You're doing like big twists over like moving cars and.
Maybe. I mean, it was probably. It may have just been the fact that like I wasn't like as young anymore.
Yeah.
And I'd played Tony Hawk, 1 and 2 like so much that by the time we got around to Skate, it was just like, I don't know, 5-10 years later, and it's like I just probably wasn't into that kind of game anymore.
Well, I was gonna say
like, I've done it.
If you weren't skateboarding at the time either, it wasn't probably something on like high up the ladder for you to play.
Was it really something that you think like actual skateboarders played a lot of though?
Well, the funny thing is, my buddy and I growing up that used to skateboard as kids, we used to always talk about creating the most realistic skateboarding game you could possibly make. And that was Skate. Like, I mean, that's why I liked it so much. You could switch like camera angles. I mean, it was just the physics were really realistic.
I remember playing Skate. I just don't think I ever played it nearly as much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I liked it when it came out and everything. I know for a fact I did not play it as much as I played Tony Hawk 1 and 2.
Oh, gosh.
It's like, I didn't even play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 as much as I played 1 and 2.
No, yeah. Who's your character?
I always made a custom character.
Oh, I like Chad Muska, Rowdy Mullen.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be the usual suspects back then. Like, and I can't even remember their names. That's the thing. Like, I like other than like Tony Hawk, like I don't even like Chad Muska, like you said. Like, I can't even remember. Like, it just, I kind of grew out of skateboard. You know what I mean? Like, that was kind of the problem. Like, I haven't skateboarded back since I was in high school.
Yeah,
I
grew out of it, but now I'm getting back into it.
Yeah, you are. You just went down and skateboarded downtown.
I did.
Yeah,
very interesting.
I know. But anyways, guys, now that we've got the Tony Hawk segment out of the way, let's get into our first topic. And our first main topic here today is going to be about the DC Universe Fandome event. They have announced the full lineup, the full slate for the event. And I got to tell you, it looks pretty exciting. It looks pretty damn promising. Now, we talked before, like last week, about how, Comic-Con at home didn't go over very well. And like DC Fandom, they had, or Fandome, they had announced a lot of the like celebrity appearances in some of the panels they were going to be having, but they hadn't released like the full actual slate with like the times and everything and actually kind of confirm everything that's going to be going on. And now they have. So we're just going to go through some of this stuff and just, I don't know, just kind of talk about it and tell everybody what we're excited about, because there's a lot of good stuff on here that I don't know. It honestly has me very excited for it, because
it looked good. Yeah,
that was the thing too with like the Comic-Con at home event. They didn't have anything, unfortunately. Like, there was nothing that they had on there that I was like excited about. I didn't even watch any of it.
Yeah,
like shockingly, I did not watch any
that. Does surprise me that you didn't.
I literally didn't. Like, I don't. It came. I didn't even think about it when it was on, and then because really the only thing with it, like I wanted to see the Boys trailer, and it was up on YouTube. So I just watched it.
Yeah.
And like I don't know. And it's just weird because normally, like, when regular Comic-Con, but any other year, I'd go back and I'd watch some of the panels that like went on. But they just didn't have anything I really cared to watch. Like,
so everybody's doing their own thing now. So,
well, that's the thing too. Like we were saying, like if this becomes a norm, like DC holding their own event and like, Marvel that has D23, and Disney and whatnot, I don't know what Comic-Con might be hurting in
Oh
the
yeah,
future.
for
I mean,
sure.
like if they're not gonna, because DC's not gonna be shelling out all their programming for Comic-Con
Which is
if
weird
they're gonna do
because
their own.
Comic-Con's always been, like, the happening place, like,
It
that's where
is.
you figure out not figure out, but, like, see all the new stuff, see all the panels, and it's like, what's the point anymore?
I know, man. It's just it's because of the information age we're on, man. It's like 'cause it's like we said before when they first announced Comic-Con at home, nothing will replace being there.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the biggest draw for Comic-Con is the event itself.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
which was just clearly written on the wall when they do a virtual event and literally, like, nobody watched it.
Yeah,
Like, even, like,
it's kind of
people like
embarrassing.
me where it's, like, right up like, yeah, you'd think I would totally watch that. I didn't.
Yeah, you
Like,
didn't.
and I just didn't watch it. So, but I am gonna watch this 100%. So let's get into some of this stuff here because, like, right off the top, they're saying, like, they got, Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, Pedro Pascal, Kristen Wiig, all from Wonder Woman are gonna be there, Wonder Woman 84. James Gunn's gonna be doing something for the Suicide Squad movie. We got, The Rock actually doing something for Black Adam. There is actually a confirmed, like, slate, some sort of panel for The Rock to talk about the Black Adam movie.
Interesting.
He was announced to play Black Adam, like, 9 years ago,
Really?
man.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember that.
they were gonna start filming it in July and couldn't because of the pandemic, and, like, boom, this is the first real anything for this movie that we're actually gonna get, so that's pretty exciting.
Sure.
I mean, other than the brief kind of appearance he had in Shazam, which wasn't really, it was more of a tease than anything.
Yeah.
And then we got, Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson, the Batman's gonna have something, and then Ezra Miller's Flash that also was supposed to be made, like, 4 years ago, they're gonna be doing something on that. And then they got all their TV shows, starting off with Lucifer, which is, like, the best one. The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Batwoman, DC Stargirl, like, that stuff alone, that's not even all of it, that's just, like, the key ones, and it's like, boom.
Yeah.
Like, I'm interested in almost mainly the movie stuff because I kinda fell off the CW DC show train within the last couple years. Like, I watched them all for a long time, but I don't know, I think it just kinda came down to I had too much content to watch, and I just couldn't keep up with them anymore.
Yeah.
I it's honestly what it came down to. Some of them kind of, like, stopped being as good as they used to be, but that really wasn't what made me stop watching, it's just, like, I just found myself not having time to watch them more than anything. Let's get into this. So, like, they're having it's kinda weird how they're having the event set up, supposedly they're gonna have, like, on the site, they're, like, different they had, like, the image released where it's, like, a couple different things you can click on, and at each at particular times, depending on, like, one of them is gonna be, like, the Hall of Heroes. They're gonna have, certain panels going on for each one, but then they're also gonna have encores later in the day for some of them.
Is that where they just replay it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because a lot of things there's gonna be overlap. So, like, for instance, I don't know if there's gonna be one right off the bat here, but, like, this Wonder Woman 84 panel, it's gonna be at 10 a.m., and so is this Flash panel.
Yeah.
So on the Watchverse portion of the site, they're gonna have a Flash panel, and then on the Hall of Heroes portion of the site, they're gonna have the Wonder Woman one. So you're obviously not gonna be able to watch both at the same time.
Yeah.
I imagine this stuff will come up on YouTube later. I'm not 100%. There hasn't been actual, like, confirmation, but I'm that they're gonna release it themselves. But I'm sure there's at least for some period of time, as long as they don't copyright claim everything, someone will post this stuff on YouTube, which will be nice for people because, like, this encore for the Flash thing is at 1 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah,
and
that's
so I feel
crazy.
like I don't know. I'm gonna out of these two things, I'm gonna watch the Wonder Woman 84 one over the Flash one. But granted, there's Wonder Woman encores at 6 p.m. and then 2 a.m. So
That's late.
yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be up at 6 p.m. like most people would,
Yeah.
just watch the Flash one, then watch this one if you want. But
True, true.
that's gonna be the problem with this is like balancing out. Like I do hope that I hope they just actually keep everything up on the site so you can just freely watch it, like, afterward
You would think they
if they
would.
don't post it on YouTube, have, like, a catalog, because no one's gonna be I feel like you're just gonna miss out on stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, like, inconvenient timing for some things. Then we got some Teen Titans Go. I never really watched that, but that was more targeted towards kids. So,
Yeah.
but I have seen bits and pieces of it. It's okay. It's just not. It's very. I don't know what the best way to describe it. Like, it's more like the hyperactive humor. You know what I mean? Like the in your face humor.
Yeah.
That's what the show became. Like, and I don't really drive on that too much anymore. But then
You
they got
don't
a black.
jive on it.
I don't jive on that. I just said jive. So obviously I'm not about that.
No.
I'm obviously a old ass man if I'm saying that. Then a Black Lightning panel, Multiverse 101, which is going to be a refresher course on the creation of the multiverse with DC Chief and Creative Officer and Publisher Jim Lee. Jim Lee's great. If you've seen a Batman poster or a Superman poster, if you don't read the comics, obviously you're not familiar who Jim Lee is. More than likely, it was drawn by Jim Lee.
No.
Like, because a lot of the posters they have at Walmart of like Batman and Superman were more than likely one of Jim Lee's designs.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, there's obviously been a lot of artists who have drawn them, but like predominantly, like when I see them, I normally see like the Jim Lee ones in like the poster section at Walmart.
Yeah.
And then Pennyworth, which was on what did that start on? It was like I thought it was just a limited series, but I guess it moved to a different platform where they picked it up for a second one. I heard it was actually pretty good. It's
Yeah.
about Alfred, obviously, but it's like it's like a prequel to him being a butler. So they got a panel for that. Introducing Flash, which is a 101 style, a one-on-one style, I guess is what this 101 style is supposed to mean. With the Flash filmmakers Andy Muschietti and Barbara Muschietti on Ezra Miller's Flash. So we're actually going to get some. So it looks like Andy Muschietti is actually staying on board, and the Flash actually has a director.
That's cool.
So because they've gone through about 6 at this point in time.
Yeah.
So then shortly after that, it's only a 10-minute panel. There's going to be a Suicide Squad panel. So that'll be fun. That one's 30 minutes long. So I definitely want to watch that because I'm very curious to see what James Gunn is going to be doing with the Suicide Squad. Like very, very curious.
Cool. See.
I mean, he did good stuff with Guardians. And did
Yeah.
you ever watch Super?
No.
You never watched Super with old Dwight Schrute,
No.
Rainn Wilson? It was pretty much.
I know I did see like some of it actually.
Yeah, and
he had like
Ellen
the red
Page.
suit.
Yeah, and Ellen Page was in it with him.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much just a dude who makes a superhero suit and just goes on like kind of a murderous rampage.
Yeah.
And it was really good. So I feel like he played in the PG world with Marvel, and I feel like the Suicide Squad is honestly more of a fit for like his actual style of filmmaking, his original style of filmmaking, like because he has like a lot of horror movie roots and like Slither and things like that. And then with Super, I feel like the characters of Suicide Squad and James Gunn's penmanship and directing just really lends itself to that property. So I'm excited for that. Legends of Tomorrow panel, boss females of color within the DC universe. I like the name.
Yeah,
boss female.
That's cool.
I stopped watching Legends of Tomorrow. This boss females of color thing will be cool. Doom Patrol, which I still haven't got around to watching.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to because I hear it's really great. Just haven't. I have HBO Max. I have DC Universe. I've had the tools at my disposal to watch it. I just haven't found the time to do it. I'm probably going to. Apparently, though, they finished season 2, but weren't able to actually film the finale. So it's like I think 1 episode shy or something. So that's kind of a bummer. But so we got a Doom Patrol panel. The Joker put on a happy face, which was just like a bunch of interviews with filmmakers and people talking about how cool the Joker is. But it's only 5 minutes long, so I don't really know how many people are going to have talking about that. But it should be cool nonetheless. I mean, the Joker's great. So Superman and Lois. Superman's finally returning back to the small screen, which I don't know if I want to say finally because it's not something I'm actually looking forward to by any means.
Jim Lee coming back.
Jim Lee again, yeah, dude. So he's going to be talking about that because it's a Superman and Lois show with the Superman who appeared on like Supergirl, and everything. So,
they had one of those back in the 90s.
I know, dude. Lois and Clark.
Yeah, Lois and Clark.
And that's I feel like that's kind of what this is going to be in the vein of,
like a modernized version.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like Superman and Lois does not have as good of a ring to it as Lois and Clark did.
No.
I mean, obviously, because you have Lewis and Clark, and that's kind of why it goes with like Lois and Clark.
Lois and Clark, yeah.
But I don't know. I'm curious to see what they do with that, but because I don't mind Tyler Hoechlin playing like that character, but all they've ever had him do is just make Supergirl look good in the Supergirl
Yeah.
show. So hopefully they don't make like I don't know Lois look good by putting Superman down or
Yeah,
something, or
yeah.
make because that's just it's not how it's supposed to work. Like Lois is a strong character on her own. Superman's a strong character on her own. Supergirl's a strong character on her own. You don't need to put the other one down to make one look good. That's just bad writing.
Yeah.
Like you got to find a better way to do that. Then, what everyone's been waiting for, some Snyder cut of Justice League, a 25-minute panel. A few surprise guests. So we were talking about this before. So right down here, there is a to be announced panel. It's the only to be announced panel on this entire event, right? And out of all the big stars they've like confirmed to come and be like on a panel or do anything at Fandome, one name has been left off, and that's our boy Henry Cavill.
Henry C.
So I'm telling you, if he doesn't show up for the Snyder Cut of Justice League panel,
He was really into the movement of it. Like
he what? Well, surprisingly, he was one of the few who didn't. When like Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, and Jason Momoa all tweeted release a Snyder Cut, Henry did not.
Hmm.
But
He's
that
been
wasn't
vocal
because he
about
didn't
it,
want
though.
to. It's because I think he didn't because he knew he wasn't done playing Superman. So like, and he's too much of a nice guy. I feel like because
Yeah.
he got asked about it before, and he kind of just said like, it's not my place. Like there was enough people like doing it, like, and they don't need me to like do it too. You know, like just he was very professional about it. You know, because when Zack Snyder announced the Snyder Cut was coming out, it wasn't Ben Affleck, Jason Momoa, or Gal Gadot who came on the live stream with Zack Snyder to do that announcement. It
Yeah.
was Henry Cavill, Superman himself. So that's why I find it odd that of all the people who is not been confirmed to be at the Fandome event at all, is Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Like to at least promote the Snyder Cut because he already did promote it with Zack before. So that has me curious. So the fact that they're keeping the guest list for this panel secretive, I'm thinking Henry's either going to show up for this one, or what would be even better is if this to be announced panel is a quick little thing that he comes out and announces a new Superman movie.
It's a pretty big expectation.
I'm telling you, man. Why else? What big secret do they have to have on here for to be announced?
Well, maybe they just haven't figured it out yet. Or is that like
No,
what
they
that
have the
meant?
time slotted.
Yeah, that's true.
And they have encores slotted. 2 encores. Some things only have 1 encore. Other things have 2. Other things have 3.
Yeah.
All right. Like Snyder Cut, they know people are going to want to watch the fuck out of it. They have 4 showings of
Yeah.
that panel. You know what I mean? Like this one has 3 showings. And it's a short panel. It's only going to be 15 minutes long because it's on Hall of Heroes, which at 11:40 or no wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. Well, that's at the exact same time as the Aquaman one.
That's what I just noticed that.
How's that going to work?
Don't know. And they're both on Hall of Heroes.
Yeah, they're both on Hall of Heroes. That's weird.
That is weird.
But see, the fact that this encore is at 11:45 and this encore is at midnight, this makes me think this one's only going to be a 15-minute panel.
Yeah.
And maybe they're actually just going to start this like late or something, or maybe it's just like a time issue. I don't know. I'm telling you, if Henry Cavill doesn't come out during Zack Snyder, the Snyder Cut, he's coming out during this TBA panel, and he's announcing a Superman movie titled Superman. That's it. They already had Man of Steel. They had Superman the movie, but they haven't had Superman, and now they will.
Yeah.
Then we have an Aquaman panel. Did you like Aquaman?
It wasn't bad.
People really like that movie, dude. And I'll tell you what.
I didn't like freak out over it.
I liked it, but I don't know. It's kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know what the fucking hype was about, man.
Yeah.
Like, it was an okay movie. Like, I honestly,
I didn't mind it.
I'll give you an example here. This is a bad example, but it's an example. I've seen Suicide Squad, I think 3 times. I've seen Aquaman once.
Yeah.
Aquaman's a better movie, 100%. But I have had no desire to watch it again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Neither have I.
Whereas Suicide Squad, I feel like it was morbid curiosity. Like, I watched it a
Why
second
was
time
it-
because I'm like, it can't be as bad as I remember it being. And then, kind of like Iron Man 3. It's the same. I've literally watched it 3 times, and every fucking time I watch it, I want to just kill myself for it. Because it's so. Every time I just think, I hope that I'm gonna like it. Maybe I was in a bad mood when I watched it the first time.
Just in a bad mood.
But no, I wasn't in a bad mood. It's just a bad movie, and I feel like I don't know. I don't feel like Aquaman's a bad movie by any means. It was a good movie, but I don't know. It did not hit me like it hit everybody else, man.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah.
Like Suicide Squad sucked, and I watch it more. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. Like I don't know what that means. Ask Harley Quinn. Panel also on Hall of Heroes, which has another conflicting time thing because it's at 4:15. So this 4 p.m. They gotta have the time wrong for that TBA.
Yeah.
Gee, on Toto Batman, what Harley Quinn is this? The animated one or what?
I don't know.
The Fandome Harley
If you
Quinn?
love the Harley Quinn animated series, you cannot fucking miss this.
And that's probably what it is. Have you seen that, by the way?
I've not.
That's really good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like R-rated. Like it's like
What's it on?
DC Universe, but now it's on HBO Max. And stick around for our next segment when we talk about DC Universe and HBO Max again. But it's really good. It's like South Park with Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Like that's literally what it is. You know, like good South Park, like OG South Park. You know, like World of Warcraft episode of South Park. You know,
sure,
that kind of shit. And what else we got? Tomorrow's Superheroes with Jim Lee. Bro, Jim Lee is popping off. Probably because they got to save face because they had all those fucking layoffs.
Yeah.
Like, they just blew away a ton of a lot of DC people just got let go. So that'll be cool. Wonder Woman 80th celebration. This one's only 5 minutes long. Superman, A Man of Tomorrow world premiere, the animated movie. So yeah, that's the whole movie. Yeah, that's cool. Oh wow! So we just get to watch the movie. Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You didn't do that at Comic-Con. We didn't get to watch no movie at
They're just going to play the whole movie during it?
Playing the whole movie.
That's crazy.
That's cool, dude. That's really cool. So yeah, that'll be nice. That'll be really cool. I wonder if that'll get a lot more eyes on the. I like a lot of DC's animated stuff. I mean, they got some good stuff in there. Shazam panel, which I love Shazam. Did you ever see Shazam?
I did not, but it looked really
good.
good.
You need to watch it. Shazam's fucking great. Super, super good. I love like that movie. It was way. That's probably my. It goes back and forth between. It's probably my second favorite DCEU movie or whatever you want to call it. Like Man of Steel, obviously number 1, and then Wonder Woman and Shazam are like second, dude.
Sure.
And it's hard to
I heard it was good.
It's a really good. It's a really good movie. Then we got a Lucifer panel, which is if you haven't watched Lucifer, you gotta watch Lucifer. It's on Netflix now, dude.
Yeah.
God, it's so good. It's very procedural. It's kind of just like, but the character of Lucifer himself, the Tom, what's his name? Can't remember his name. The dude who plays Lucifer is just so goddamn charismatic, dude.
Yeah.
Like he like you will literally just love watching him on screen play that character. Like the way he plays the character and the way the character is just like written. It's great. It like you can go through a police procedural drama because that's kind of what like carries the show like a through line through it while all the angel and demon and Lucifer shit goes on in the background a lot.
Yeah.
It changes like from time to time where like that's the main focal point, but it has the police procedural thing going along with it. And like it's like watching Law and Order with Lucifer as the main character. You know, it sounds stupid.
I think it sounds kind of cool.
It is. It honestly is cool. It's good. Like it sounds kind of dumb though, just because like I know people don't want to be like it doesn't really sound like it would fit, but they make it work, dude. It's really good. And the dude who plays Lucifer is just so goddamn charismatic. Like it's good. It's really good. So watch Lucifer if you haven't watched Lucifer. It's all on Netflix now. New season's coming out soon. Titans. Season 3.
Titans are back, bitches.
Titans are back, bitches. I'm curious of what's gonna happen with that show at this point in time. We'll get into that in, like, a second. Well, and once we get, our next segment's gonna be kind of involving Titans. Um, but I liked so they had some good stuff in both of season 1 and 2, but I feel like the showrunners of that show, like, were told that it's like they got rushed or something or didn't know what they wanted to do, and they tried to cram a lot of things into one thing, and, like, nothing was really flushed out.
Yeah.
Like, they had Trigon come in and be the villain in the season 1, and he just gets dealt with. Like, Trigon is a Thanos level threat,
Yeah.
okay? And he comes in, and it's just like, he's just gone. As quick as he comes, he's gone, and, like, they had to film this, like, whole other ending for I don't know, it was just a mess. You'd have to look into it. It's just I don't wanna get into it because, like, they have some good stuff in there, and the same thing with season 2, they introduced, like, Aqualad, and he was, like, really cool, and, like, they just did a lot of cool fucking shit in that, like but, like, there's just so much bad in it too.
Yeah.
So I'm real curious what they're gonna finally do with season 3, with the latest news that's came out about season 3 and what's happening with it, and then at the end of season 2, he finally, like, Dick Grayson finally becomes Nightwing. So,
Yeah.
like, it's kind of which is kind of annoying because hopefully, if season 3 is good, hopefully it's not the last season because I
You wanna see
feel
more Nightwing.
yeah, I feel like everybody wanted to watch Titans because of Nightwing, and you never got Nightwing until the last episode of season 2.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna be kinda lame because, like, the same they kinda did the same thing with season 2 with Deathstroke, who had, like, a super dope costume. At this point, has been the best on-screen Deathstroke other than, Joe Manganiello's brief appearance, which
Yeah.
hopefully we'll see again.
That'd be cool.
But at least as far as the, appearance of Deathstroke, he looked super, super good in Titan season 2. But it's kind of the same thing with Trigon, where, like, they tried to carry him out and make it more of a through line and more of a badass through all of season 2, but then it just kinda, like, ends, and it's just kinda lame.
Yeah.
Like, not like, I'm not gonna spoil it because, like, you see all that in the trailers, right? It's just, like, what they do, because obviously, like, the Titans aren't gonna lose a fight, so, like, obviously. But this is the way they dealt with it, man. Like, it really just bums me out when you see a show that, like, has a lot of potential and they just kinda just, like, run it into the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that, though.
But then, the Batman,
This looks exciting.
yeah, I don't know if it
What are the
looks exciting.
surprises for the fans? I mean, obviously some sort of trailer, you would think.
They say a surprise or 2, and that could mean one of 2 things. Just people, right?
Yeah.
So, a surprise could be Robert Pattinson coming out.
Sure.
2 surprises could be Robert Pattinson and Andy Serkis coming out, you know?
Yeah.
Or it could be that and a trailer. You know what I mean?
I think the trailer would be the one thing that they would really do with that, just because nobody's even seen anything about it.
We talked about this before, man. Like, they haven't even really been able to film this damn movie. They had to shut down.
It's true.
What would they even
Like, what footage do they have?
because, like, sure, they have footage, but, like, what do they have that's ready to be shown to the public? They have, like,
Yeah.
with post-production done, you know what I mean? They could show, like, a behind the scene B-roll, maybe sizzle reel of, like, some stuff.
That's what I would think.
I at
Maybe.
the same time, though, maybe they did take some of the footage that they had and
Formed
s
it into
and they coulda just went and done some post-production work on it during the time off,
That's what I was thinking. I
and
mean, they could
just to
just
throw
do
something
that.
together.
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait and see, man. I'm very excited for that, though.
Yeah, that'll be
I
cool.
wanna see some Batman stuff.
We need to have, like, a stream party.
You know what I think they'll do, if anything?
Mm.
At the very least, and I think this would wet a lot of everybody's whistle.
Wet their
Just
whistles.
just full reveals of suits.
That would be cool.
Like high-res pictures of Catwoman, high-res pictures of Batman, high-res picture of Riddler, high-res pictures of Penguin,
It's a
like
lot of villains.
and maybe, like, if, like, that Joker rumor was actually true and they do have one, maybe announce who their Joker's gonna be.
Yeah.
Maybe announce, if they had another secret, like, villain that was gonna like, who is showing up, like, there was a story that came out, like, last week where, like, apparently Dave Bautista has been avidly trying to be Bane in this movie.
That would make sense. He'd be a
It
perfect
it
man.
would make sense, and it would be good. So, like, what if they actually come out and just confirm that he is
How many
Bane?
villains are they gonna put in this movie, though?
I don't know. But Dude,
It's gonna be like Spider-Man 3 all over.
No, it won't. That's the thing, dude. Look at Guardians of the Galaxy, alright? You didn't know any of those characters, and there was, like, what, 6 of them?
Yeah.
Like, and then they had all the villains they had to deal with too, like, who you didn't know either. Like, it's all about the writing, dude. It's like, you could do, Amazing Spider-Man 2 and have the Sinister Six in the movie, with no setup. They could have been there. It's just the way they did it sucked.
Yeah.
Like, it has nothing to do with, like, "Oh, there's just too many," like, not to mention too with Batman, everybody knows Batman villains. Everybody knows who Penguin is, everybody knows who Riddler is, like,
Yeah.
you don't need setup for him or anything. Just like we don't need another scene with Martha and Thomas getting shot in the alley, like,
No, God.
we get it, like, no one
They're
needs
dead.
it. Yeah, no one needs it. Like, and it's the same with all of his characters. Everybody knows Batman's Rogue Gallery, so anybody could just show up in that movie and just you're on board with it right away, you know?
Yeah.
Then we got, to wrap up, Superman Man of Tomorrow panel. So they're doing a panel. They're doing an hour-long panel after the premiere of the movie. So you get 90-minute movie, then a 50-minute panel. Maybe they think this movie is really good. Jeez. They're putting a lot of time into it. Then we got a Stargirl panel, which I still haven't watched that, but like I said, I just got too much stuff to watch anymore. And it's on CW, and I kind of gave up on the CW shows. It was on DC Universe, but then it went to CW.
Yeah.
Grading Heroes, Life and Art of, again, Jim Lee. I wonder if he's gonna be like retiring soon or something, because Jim Lee's like popping off on this thing. It's either saving face because of all the. This has been planned out for months, so there's no way it's just saving face for the layoffs. But they probably knew the layoffs were going to happen months ago too, so it could be a little bit of both. Who knows? But Jim Lee's great. But then we got a Batwoman panel, which I only watched the first episode of. And now it's, I don't know, I'm kind of confused what they're even going to do, because what's her name left the show.
Did she leave, or was she?
It was a mutual separation.
Ooh.
Like, she didn't want to do the show anymore, and they didn't really want to do it with her anymore.
Yeah.
What's her name again?
Ruby Rose?
Ruby Rose, yeah. I kept thinking, like, the only name that came into mind was, like, Naomi Rapace or whatever. And I knew it wasn't her, but it was, like, Ruby Rose, Naomi. I knew it was, like, something along those lines. I like her. She was fine. I actually watched The Meg. Did you ever watch that?
I did not.
It was a stupid movie, but, like, she was good in it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Jason
That's why I
Statham.
didn't watch it. It looked stupid.
Dude, it's about a megalodon. A megalodon.
Still being
It's a
fine.
goddamn megalodon.
Oh, yeah, of course, Jason Statham.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I watched it. I was like, you know what, dude? I got
Is
nothing
Dwight
else.
in that movie? Rainn Wilson?
Yeah, Rainn Wilson's in it too. He plays just some like scumbag rich millionaire kind of dude. Imagine Dwight, but not a beet farmer, and he's like an executive like Ryan.
Yeah.
Like, it was like Ryan and Dwight mixed into one person. That's pretty much his character.
Oh.
And it wraps up with a Harley Quinn panel. Like, dude, I know this took a while to get through, guys, but they got a lot of like good stuff on here, dude. This is like a packed event. Like, unlike Comic-Con at home, like, this is a packed event, and there's like, maybe it's just because DC's popping off right now on a lot of fronts, because like I'm actually excited about most of everything on this list, which is surprising. Because like I said, with the Comic-Con at home thing, the only thing I really cared about was The Boys, which we were gonna get without Comic-Con. It literally comes out in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So with or without Comic-Con, like, I knew that was coming. So much of this stuff is like, it's not around the corner, but we're gonna get something with it. Like this Flash movie, not around the corner. The Black Adam stuff, who knows when that's coming out. We're gonna get our first trailer for Suicide Squad, which I'm super excited to see that. Like, there's a ton of stuff on here that, like, and Shazam, like, we're getting the Shazam thing. Like, that's still like 2 years away as well. But they're hyping this shit up, and like, I like that. Like, a lot of this stuff, like, I'm just looking forward to this, dude. I'm hyped for this. You hyped for this?
I'm hyped.
What
Hype is real.
You looking for, like, probably the Batman thing more than
That's what I
anything?
was just about to say.
Yeah.
More than anything, yeah.
What is you just looking for a trailer?
Something like that. Something along those lines.
Yeah, I mean,
Some footage.
I don't think people would be disappointed with that. I don't expect there to be a trailer. There's not gonna be a trailer, but,
Yeah.
like, some behind the scenes footage even,
Like a sizzle reel,
a
like you
sizzle
said.
reel of stuff, like, I think that if anything, they'll probably have something like that.
Yeah.
But like I said, dude, worst not even worst. It's like a best case, worst case thing. Like, I think some high res pictures of, like, Pattinson in the suit,
I think that'll
Zoe
happen.
in the suit,
Why wouldn't it?
dude, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Like, cause we already saw in the Mountain Dew bottles, like,
Mm,
Catwoman's silhouette, and I wouldn't doubt if they're gonna start releasing those things right after Fandome.
yeah.
Because if they release the full high res pictures of the suits, like, it's not like they're hiding anything at that
Nah.
point, so then they could start doing a really early marketing push with some Mountain Dew shit.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, they have those Mountain Dew things already made, and they would be, like, they'd probably be done with principal photography at this point if they didn't have to
You would
shut down
think so.
filming. So, like, it'd be an early marketing campaign for them to even do the Mountain Dew thing, like, this month, even if they didn't have the pandemic, but at the same time, like, what's it gonna hurt putting some pictures of Batman and Catwoman on a Mountain Dew bottle?
No.
Like, you know what I mean? If
No.
they already got them made, like, just push them out and, like, release the footage or the high res images and just call it a day. So, I don't know, but that about covers everything online. That literally covers everything
Literally.
other than, dude, this TBA panel, man.
We'll have to wait and see what
I'm
happens.
telling you, other than the Batman thing, I'm looking forward to that
Yeah.
because it's gotta be Henry Cavill. If like, how can
I
this
just wanna, like,
not
bet
be?
you money to see whether it is or not, like $20.
I'll bet you 20 imaginary dollars because
That works, that works.
I don't carry cash on me,
No.
so, like, maybe Venmo or
Some
something.
Bitcoin maybe?
Yeah, fuck, dude, I wouldn't worry about the $20 if I had a Bitcoin.
No.
But I think what was it? One single Bitcoin's up to, like, 100 grand or something, or even more than that.
Something fucking
Yeah,
ridiculous.
one single of the Bitcoins. So yeah, guys, that pretty much covers everything. So the question is, like, what are you guys looking forward to with this DC Fandom event? Are you guys just as excited as, I am and Rick is? And what are you looking forward to most? Do you think that this TBA, this to be announced panel, is going to be Henry Cavill flying out on that stage and announcing a new Superman
You're
movie?
so excited.
Dude, that's all I want, man. Of course, I want more Henry Cavill Superman. Dude, the dude is Superman.
He is.
Like, if he needs to, and I want him to get his goddamn Superman movie, his actual Superman movie,
Yeah.
not an origin Superman movie, not one where he's dead, not one where it's pretty much a Batman movie. I want Henry Cavill to have his Superman movie like he damn well deserves, okay? So whatever it is, guys, let us know down in the comment section below. All right, guys, so our next topic is we're gonna kind of segue off of the DC Fandom event. We kind of touched on it a little bit before. I said we had another story about Titans and the DC Universe streaming service, essentially. And it's official, even more so than it was before, because it was pretty much we'll say, I guess it was unofficially dead. We did a story about it a week ago or something where it was like, oh, everything's moving off here. HBO Max is kind of taking over. What's the point of DC Universe if, all of their exclusive titles are, being shown on HBO Max, or they move to CW, or, what have you. And like Harley Quinn was like showing on Sci-Fi and HBO Max. So it's just like the writing was on the wall for this. It was DC Universe was pretty much going to be dead. The only show that they had that was still exclusive to DC Universe up until now was Titans. And ladies and gentlemen, no more, as Titans is officially being moved to HBO Max. So it is happening now. This article is on this is on TV Line, and yeah, they have all but confirmed. And I think it was Jim Lee again.
Jim
Lee popping off, dude. Jim Lee is everywhere right now with the Fandome and this. He came out and said the original content that is on DCU, the DC Universe streaming service, is migrating to HBO Max. He shared that with a Hollywood Reporter during a Q&A event.
When are they just gonna shut this DC streaming service down?
I mean, it's pretty much officially dead at this point. And he even goes on to say, like, truthfully, that's the best platform for that content. And the amount of content that you get, not just DC shows, but generally from Warner Media, is huge, and it's the best value proposition, which is exactly what we were saying
Yeah.
a week or so ago when we talked about it being dead, because I mean if you just it's like $8 a month to get DC Universe. HBO Max is $15.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like with HBO Max you get all of the DC stuff, even without DC Universe, all the DC movies and stuff are on there. Right now, they have licensing deals, so they're not all on HBO Max right now. Some of them had to leave, but like inevitably speaking, Warner owns DC, so all of the DC programming is going to be on HBO Max. It only makes sense that the DC Universe like streaming service would just die, like, and just be absorbed into it. Like
Yeah.
it was just dumb for them to have, like, it was honestly just bad foresight, like I said before, like, it was a bit mismanaged on Warner's part as a whole to go in and make this DC streaming service at a very good price, and, like, it had a lot of stuff going for it, with the original programming, the digital comics and all this stuff, like, it had some good stuff going for it,
Yeah.
but they knew HBO Max was coming, like, they knew it was coming, they should have had the foresight to just say,
Let's not do this.
yeah, let's not do it. Like,
Yeah.
or let's wait, or they're like, since HBO Max wasn't even really ready to be released yet, they didn't really even need to push that out yet. And they could have like
Yeah.
transitioned the DC Universe stuff over better, even. Like, I don't know. But I mean,
It's a clusterfuck.
it kind of was. And like, it really is of like no surprise. Like I said, we said it, I think we said it like 2, 3 weeks ago too. Like, this is pretty much dead because we just kept getting little hints here and there. Like this show is now, like I said, Harley Quinn. All of a sudden, you can watch the first couple episodes of the first season on the Sci-Fi Channel of all
Yeah.
things.
Right.
And then we get news. The first thing we got news of as soon as HBO Max was announced, they announced that Doom Patrol season 2 was renewed and was going to be on HBO Max, not on DC Universe. They said, no, we're going to do Doom Patrol season 2 and it's going to go on HBO Max. And from right there, I was like, "Well, DC Universe is dead then."
Yeah.
Like, there's just you're not like you can't just take the one of your original programs and move it over to a completely different platform and expect it to like still exist. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Like, so I don't know. I hope that if anything, one, I don't know what they're gonna do with it. I just hope that the people who have DC Universe for like the comics, I hope that like they get something out of that still to some capacity. Like, if maybe they reduce the price and just like roll DC Universe into a straight up digital comic platform,
They could do that. Yeah, I
like
guess.
maybe that would be better for them to do. And then maybe they could still have like if they make it like $4 a month or $5 a month, still get all the comics, and then maybe still have some access to like maybe animated shows or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I mean that's the thing too, is like all that stuff is going to be on HBO Max, just like the regular live action movies are going to be on HBO Max. So I don't know. It's kind of a shame for anybody. Like I said, I think when we talked about this before, anybody who had it just for the DC stuff. Like, if they don't, if they have, I don't know who would like just not want the better deal of having access to HBO Max. You just get so much, like Jim Lee said, you get so much more out of having HBO Max and just having
Oh,
DC
yeah.
Universe. So it's literally only like it's less than twice the price, because I mean it's only $15 a month versus $8 a month for DC Universe. So it's $1 less than paying double for DC Universe. So
Yeah.
it's like, and you just get so much more programming out of HBO Max.
Oh,
It
for
just
sure.
it makes perfect sense. I don't know. I'm not surprised. I just hope that if anything, I hope Titan season 3, like I was saying before, I hope it's good, because like they have a lot of stuff in that series that's not all bad. Like,
Yeah.
it's like they have some good setup.
Some decent things.
Yeah, some decent stuff. So I don't know. Are you surprised at all about this?
Not at all.
No?
Especially with everything we've talked about.
Yeah, I don't know. But there it is, guys. DC Universe is pretty much officially dead. Jim Lee or nobody went on to say anything about when that, I don't know, the DC Universe is actually going to be going away or what kind of plans they have for it. Because like I said, I'd probably kind of like to see it stick around at least as like a digital comics platform. But what do you guys think? Are you guys surprised that it's dead at this point too? Or not too, because I'm sure you're not. If you're watching like a program like this, you're probably not surprised at all that it's dead, because we've been pretty much hammering this, nail into the coffin ourselves at this point that this is going to
Sure.
happen. So Let us know down in the comment section below if you're hoping that, it sticks around for just a digital comic platform or if it's just gonna be done and dead altogether, is gonna kill it before the end of the year. Alright, guys, so our next topic is going to be about the, new film on Netflix, new superhero movie with, Jamie Foxx and, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Project Power. Some reviews have come out about it, and, we talked about this, I don't know, like a week or so ago, Rick, and like we thought the trailer and everything looked pretty cool.
I thought it
We
looked good.
thought it looked pretty promising.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of like the concept of it was pretty good, and like we thought like we had some questions for like because with the whole 5 minute thing, like how quick you got to take the pills, got to digest. You got to it's like
There's a
how
lot of questions.
there's a lot of questions. Like cool concept, and they could do a lot of things. They could play a lot in that world. I get, it had a lot of good world building potential, but unfortunately, for us and Project Power, I guess, some early reviews have come out about it, and it's not looking so good, unfortunately.
That's no good.
Yeah. So I mean, this article's on Deadline, and I'm not gonna go through like this guy's film review or anything. I'm not even sure what this guy said. I'm just looking at like I've seen quite a few reviews of this thing come out, and it's not looking good. And it's kind of it's disappointing because, it looked good, you know what I mean? Like, I thought it looked good, the CG looked good, the action looked good. It's kind of a bummer to see that, like, another, like, Netflix movie just comes out and it's bad again, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's, like, especially one, like, I was really excited to see Joseph Gordon-Levitt back
Yeah.
on screen again. Like, when was the last time we've seen like, he has some movie on, like, Amazon right now, which I haven't watched by any means. Like, it just didn't I think it's about, like, a pilot or something. I don't know. Like, I've had too much stuff to watch. I just haven't been able to get into it. And, like, I was excited for this movie. Like, I was actually excited for it, Rick, and I've just heard that it's just kinda drags along.
The trailer looked great.
Trailer looked great. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm gonna give the honest shot, but, like, I've heard,
Yeah.
like, it's just, like, set up kinda weird, and, like, when you see this in the trailer, but, like so, like, he's on this mission, Jamie Foxx on this mission to, like, rescue his daughter who was taken, which is, like, just kind of a generic plot as it is, right? But then, like, you're kinda set up, like, with that other girl in the show, and I think Chris Stuckman was actually pointing this out, and it made a lot of sense because I remember it in the trailer, and it kinda, like, bummed me out. But he was like, "It's just weird because he's looking for his daughter, and then this whole time, like, that's, like, pretty much the through line plot, but then this other character is just like a substitute daughter for him
Yeah.
throughout the whole movie." And, like, and he said like, he go like, Stuckman himself in this situation, like, says, like, the performances are good by this girl and, like, Fox and everybody, but as far as, like, the overall, like, direction of the story goes, it was just kind of weird. And, like, I'm sitting there and I thought about the trailer, and I watched it, and I was like, "Yeah, I could see how that'd just be kinda, like, weird." Like,
Yeah.
and
I could
it's just
definitely see
you
that.
know what I mean? It's like so the whole time he's doing this and like, he's trying to get his daughter, but they put him in a situation for him to be, like, a father figure to another daughter person, and then
Yeah.
because it's just like and then because apparently, like, I don't know what happens, but at the end of it, like, it's not fulfilling in any way,
No.
like, on any account. I'm like, "Well, that's just, like, a really missed up big." Because like, I
That
could
could have
see
been really cool.
it could be cool. Because like, what if, like, his actual daughter dies, and now he can actually be a father to this other
Yeah,
girl
like a
that he just spent the
stepfather.
whole movie with, like, that would be cool, kinda like The Last of Us, right? Like, the beginning of The Last of Us, if you haven't played the first Last of Us game, I'm gonna spoil it, that was, like, 10 years ago. But, like, Joel's daughter dies, and then Ellie becomes like, he meets her in this fucking event, and that becomes like a daughter, a new like it's a substitute daughter in a way for him, but it's like she needed help and he needed to fill a void, essentially.
Yeah.
And like it was a mutual, like
Agreement,
yeah, yeah,
understanding.
yeah, yeah. It was a mutual benefit for both parties. So it's kind of like disappointing to know that like this just kind of leads to nowhere. And then like I don't know, like other people are saying too that like it's just kind of I don't wanna just, like, tell everybody's, like, reviews and everything. It's just it bummed me out, and the reason I bring it up as, like, a topic for us to talk about is because we were both excited about the movie. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
like
If you watch the other episode, like, we're talking about it.
yeah, and
I
I
loved
think
it.
our clip for it, I even titled it like a win for Netflix or something. Like
I
I
think you
thought
did,
it was
yeah.
like gonna be like good. Like it looked good. So it just bums me out to hear all these bad reviews for it and just like how it just kind of
I
has like
mean,
a throwaway plot and like
at the end of the day, though, it's in the eye of the beholder. Like, you may watch it and think it's great, but
I don't know though, man. The thing is, like, and that's totally true. Art is subjective.
yeah.
You could like something that I absolutely hate, and we could still be, best friends. It don't matter. But like, from I don't agree with like everybody I watch, obviously, because it's kind of stupid to just like agree with everybody.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the whole point of like watching shows like this or watching, and getting watching any sort of review is not to like find someone who has your exact opinions. That's fucking boring.
Yeah.
Like the whole point of like watching a review video, watching a show like this where we just give our honest and uneducated opinions on all these
There you go.
topics. Like the whole point of it is not for me to convince you that I'm right or anything like that. It's for you to sharpen your own opinion based on what I'm telling you, based on what I'm saying. You can look at it a completely different way, but then like hear what I'm saying and be like, that makes a whole lot of sense. Or no, like I don't agree with that because I got this out of it. Like that's the point behind watching a review. Like it's to get someone's opinion. So then like hopefully, sorry, Jesus. Hopefully, you can go into it, and if you haven't seen the movie yet, you can pick these things out and know what this person's talking about and kind of sharpen it helps you sharpen your own opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what's good about it. If you're watching people just because you agree with them, you're just a mindless fucking zombie, dude. Like I don't want you to agree with everything I say. Like
No.
that's stupid. Like you shouldn't. I mean, it's cool if you do. Like we could, but I
I
mean,
don't agree with everything you say.
exactly. You shouldn't. Like we're completely different people.
Yeah.
We have like we might be similar in a lot of ways, but we're very different in a lot of ways. Like
Oh, yeah.
everybody's
Absolutely.
unique, and like you said, everything hits everybody in a different way. Like there's plenty of things that like, especially with comedy. Comedy's like the biggest example for that. And that's why comedy is so hard, is because not everybody finds everything funny. Like comedy is not a universal thing. Like not like drama is pretty much a universal thing. Horror is a universal thing. Like it might not scare, like not everything's gonna scare everybody. Not the same things will, but the concept behind it is the same. And I guess the concept behind comedy is kind of the same, but there's a lot of different kinds of humor. Like, cause like I said, like there's like that hyperactive kind of humor that like it's just not funny to me.
No, I
And it's like,
agree.
yeah, it's all comedy, sure, but like it's very different. You know what I mean? Like horror movies they're what to expect from them.
Exactly.
With a comedy movie, normally like the best comedy movies, in my opinion, aren't just like slapstick in your face kind of
No, I
comedies.
hate that shit.
Yeah, it's movies that have a deeper like meaning and story to them that have funny moments in them.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And it could be, like, a lot of laughs, like, I mean, like, a lot of Jim Carrey movies back in the day, like The Mask and stuff, like,
That's all, like,
Ace
slapstick
Ventura,
comedy.
it's very slapstick and in your face in a lot of ways, but it was done in a, like, creative way, creative and unique way, like, for the time, like, no one was doing what Jim Carrey was doing, just like, no one was doing what Robin Williams was doing, at least not as good as they were doing, right? Like,
No.
and that's kinda what sells it. And that's what kinda again, with Project Power, it's just, like, more of the same, it seems, with it. It's like a generic plot and just a generic story where they have this, like, really cool concept, but the story and script that they went along with it wasn't executed in a good way because it's just generic and, like, didn't really fit with everything they were doing. Because I would have really liked it just to be, like, a movie where you're just, like, dealing with this pill existence.
Yeah.
Like, you could do so much with just the existence of this pill. You don't need to have this whole weird plot with Jimmy Fox trying to get his daughter because his daughter, like, made the pill, like, all
The
this
pill
shit or
itself,
whatever.
it could be just, like you said, like a movie.
Yeah, the pill itself is a very unique story. Like, there's just this pill out there, and they're trying to stop it. Like, that's a story in itself, and that's far more unique, and I don't know, I would watch that, just a bunch of people just, like, taking this shit and, like, some people dying, some people, getting these crazy superpowers, and it's just like a normal world, and you're just trying to deal with it, like, that's a cool story in itself. Like, I wanna watch that movie. That's kinda what I was hoping the movie was.
Well, yeah, you'd think so.
You know what I mean? But apparently it's not, which is kind of upsetting, but alas, you can't win them all.
No.
I'm still gonna watch it, so maybe I might give a review about it. I don't know, I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna be out of town for a couple of days, so I don't know if I will do a full review, but I'll give my thoughts on it next week when we do the show at the very least, because I'm sure I should have watched it by then. So I don't know. You got anything more to add about it?
Not really. I mean, I think we covered it all.
Yeah. All right, guys. So the question is, what do you guys think? Are you still looking forward after the early reviews of Project Power? It's going to be out. If it's not out already tonight, it's coming out this weekend. I know for sure. So if you guys are still planning on watching it, or if you've already watched it and you liked it or whatever, just let us know what you guys thought or think about it down in the comment section below. All right. So our next topic is going to be bringing us back into the world of Zack Snyder, but not the Snyder cut. It's actually about the Army of the Dead movie, the zombie movie that he's been making for Netflix. We had some interest. There's an interesting story that came out where they're gonna have to go in and do some reshoots, but they're actually going to be more substantial reshoots than you would normally expect, because there was an actor, comedian Chris D'Elia, who had some questionable things come up about him. We'll say some sexual misconduct allegations and accusations that came up against him. So they're actually going in and completely removing him from the film, which is causing his role to be replaced with the actress Tig Notaro. Apologies for the name; it threw me off. It threw me off when I was trying to read it, man. It threw me off. But so they're gonna actually go in and reshoot his entire role with being replaced by a
That's
completely
crazy.
different actor. So
I
they
mean,
said, yeah, they're gonna use some like CG green screen, and then her filming off of other people, and they're just gonna kind of cut it in. So it's kind of shitty for everybody in post production to have to go through and have to do all this. So like,
it's good they got him out of there though, because that's not cool.
that's like, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It honestly, it's a shame, like, because here I am going to say this, like, I don't know anything about the case, and I don't give a shit. I do not want to. This is not TMZ.
No.
I ain't. So I don't get like.
Wait, we're not TMZ?
No.
No. Good.
I mean, they make a lot of money,
They do.
so I'm sure. So like, if they want to give us that TMZ money, I'll take it. But no, TMZ is scummy as fuck. I don't care about
It
that
really
shit.
is.
Like, that's bottom of the barrel kind of shit. Like, it really, like, I don't know. At least I think it is. I like celebrity stuff. So I like movies and shit, but I don't separate the art from the artist, man. You know what I mean? That's what I try to do. And it's not always possible, but I separate the art from the artist in the sense that, like, I'm just not going to talk about that stuff, because
Yeah.
that's not what this show is about.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about the movie, because with this situation, for one, I don't know anything about. Like, I've only seen this Chris D'Elia dude in a couple of things, and like, surprisingly, which was like kind of a meme for a while, he was in the show You, which is awesome on Netflix. You should check it out. But in the show, his character also does has some sexual misconduct with underage women.
God.
And then, like, shockingly, right after the season 2 of that show airs, this stuff came out pretty much. So it was like, oh, there's a bunch of memes out just like about just,
Yeah.
him being in the show and then this happening. So I thought that was funny, the meme part of it all, not the actual stuff. That's not funny.
No.
Do not misquote me. So yeah, I just thought that was that is what it is. But what I'm more interested in the end, is this Army of the Dead movie from Zack Snyder. Because I was telling you, dude, like, not a lot of people actually know this, but like, he directed Dawn of the Dead, like the 2000 remake. I think it was in the year 2000. The remake of Dawn of the Dead, and a lot of people, because of the history with Dawn of the Dead, obviously weren't on board with them doing that movie by any means. And like, it's a good movie, dude. And like,
I'll have to check it out.
it put Zack Snyder on the map. And like, then he did 300 after that, and like, he just popped off, dude. And then we got Man of Steel, and we got all this other stuff that he did. most notably Man of Steel, in my opinion. And then 300 was also really good too.
Yeah.
So I just think it's kind of a bummer that they got to go back and do all this shit
That does kind of
just
suck.
because of some asshole,
Yeah.
like alleged asshole. Because no one's innocent until proven guilty.
I was just
right?
about to say that.
Innocent until proven guilty. So I'll leave it at that. But I hope they can do it all in a seamless way. I'm sure if it was too much of an undertaking, they probably wouldn't bother doing it, in all honesty. But again, since this is a Netflix thing and Chris D'Elia was on a Netflix series, maybe they have a little bit more buy-in to get to not just cut ties as opposed to keep doing work with him,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even though they're not, this was done prior to it, but to the audience, it would just appear like they keep working with him, and they, with cancel culture and the way it is anymore, right? They just, they'd get shit on if they
Oh,
keep
for
doing
sure.
it. So, which could be deserving. Like in the end, we don't know, but I just hope they can get this sorted and make it good because, one, like we were just talking about with Project Power, I'd like a Netflix movie to actually be good. Like,
That would be cool.
I mean, Old Guard came out not too long ago, and that was actually pretty okay.
What was it?
Old Guard with Charlize Theron.
Oh, okay.
I think we talked about it.
Yeah.
I don't remember if we talked about it or not on the show, but I mean, I meant to do a quick review of it, but I don't remember if I did. But it was okay. It was probably one of the better Netflix original movies that has come out in a very long time, because Netflix kills it with their original series.
Oh, yeah.
They kill it. All the Marvel series were great. They got the Narcos. They got House of Cards back in the day. Another person they had this.
Yeah.
Another issue they had there, but back in the day when it first came, that was what put honestly a Netflix on the map to a lot of people is House of Cards. I remember a lot of people signing up for Netflix just to watch House of Cards.
Yeah.
But fuck, a long time ago. I only watched the first season of it. Honestly, I thought it was kind of boring.
I never saw it.
Yeah, I just thought it was kind of boring. But then they got The Witcher. They got dude. I mean, Netflix absolutely kills it with their original series. Orange is the New Black, even too. They got
That was insanely popular.
yeah. They are popping the fuck off with their TV series, dude. They're not with their movies. They
Nope.
never have good movies. Even that Chris Hemsworth movie that just came out, Extraction. That movie sucked, dude. All the action in it was really good. It was the action, I'll say, was kind of like John Wick on steroids in a way.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know, maybe just because Chris Hemsworth is a bigger dude. So just I don't know, but the way they filmed a lot of the action
literally.
scenes, huh?
I said on steroids, literally.
Yeah, right, exactly. But the way they filmed the action was very visceral. Even John Wick stuff's very visceral too, but I feel like it was very grounded. The way they filmed a lot of this shit with Hemsworth, it's it had a level of impact to it that John Wick didn't have. And not an unbelievable way, like a superhero kind of punch way, but in that vein. Yeah. It's hard to explain. You should watch it if you like action. Because it's just the story of the movie was fucking bland as shit.
Yeah.
Super bland movie. But yeah, they just then not to mention all the dumpster. No offense to Adam Sandler, but the dumpster fire brigade of just Adam Sandler original movies that go to Netflix, dude. It's literally just it's slim pickings. It's slim pickings with their original movie. And I'm hoping this one is good because it's for one, Zack Snyder's return to a familiar genre of film being a zombie movie, but for two, Zack Snyder stepping out it's his first movie since the DCEU. It's the first thing he's doing outside of Man of Steel, BVS, all these things that had a lot of divisive shit for him, And I just really want to see him. I want to see Zack Snyder have a win, especially if Snyder Cut comes out and is good.
Yeah.
How great would it be for Army of the Dead to come out and also be good? I want Zack Snyder to have a win.
Yeah.
And I want Netflix to have a win. I mean, I'm always rooting for everybody. Everybody, you should always want every movie to be a good movie.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
there's no point in saying
yeah, I want to see bad movies.
Yeah, you shouldn't want shit to fail. If you're wanting stuff to fail, dude, you need to reassess your fucking life, dude. Like, you should want
True that.
everything to be good, you know? Because there's just what is the good of it being bad? Like, no one wins if it's bad. You know,
Yeah.
no one wins.
It's a good way to put it. I've never really thought about it that way, but it's true.
Like, it's just yeah, it's fine not to like it, but I mean, I tend to at least try to appreciate all the work that goes into a lot of this stuff too. Like, yeah, think on this any movie, especially any big budget movie, you're talking thousands of people working on this, and they all want it to be good.
Yeah, definitely.
Everyone wants it to be good. Everyone tries. No one goes out there and tries to make a bad. Like, everyone tries to make the best movie they possibly can. Some people can just do it a lot better than others. You know, like Christopher Nolan can seemingly do it a lot better than a lot of other people. You know,
Oh, for sure.
and some others, you know, they got some bumps in the road here and there. It's okay. Everybody has a bad day at the office. You know, even Spielberg made a shitty movie too.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Hook. Looking at you. I never watched that animated one he did
No.
with the giant dude.
Which
The
Iron Giant?
no, not Iron Giant. The tall dude with the big nose. What was that movie? You don't remember that? It just came out not too long ago. It was a Disney movie
I
by Spielberg. It was like remember that he was like a CG giant guy. I heard it really wasn't that good, but it wasn't that bad. So I'm gonna and then oh god, I also forgot Indiana Jones.
oh man,
Four.
yeah.
Everybody's got a bad day at the office, man. It just proves the point. If Spielberg can have a couple bad days, and everybody can have, but none of the Spielberg. I'm telling you, Spielberg doesn't go out there to make a shitty movie. You know,
No.
you know what I mean? Like, it happens, you know. So I just after all the shit Snyder's been through, especially, he deserves a win.
Yeah, he does.
And you know, having just watched Train to Busan, it actually got me like kind of like back on board with zombie movies and zombie stuff because like it's just been so played out, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like just over and over. Walking Dead was going on for so long, and then just because Walking Dead
Walking
was
Dead
so
didn't
popular.
quit. It just kept going.
I know, dude, and it's still going. Like, and it's because it was so popular. It's just like it just there was 10 years I feel like where it was, and it was already like there's a lot of zombie content out there. But when Walking Dead was popping off, yeah, like the Abraham Lincoln thing with like the vampires, and they had I think was it the vampire or zombies with Abraham Lincoln? I think they had two. I think they had one with zombies, one with vampires. I don't even remember. But they had
Something.
Pride and Prejudice and zombies or something like stuff like that started coming out all the time because zombies were just in again.
Yeah.
You know what I
It was like
mean?
a fad.
Yeah, and like so I lost interest in the shit, obviously. Like most people, I feel like, because it just kind of like died off. Like even Walking Dead kind of like died off. Like it's still going on. If you like it, great. But it kind of died off for me. So I'm hoping this is good because I like Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. I'm very excited to see what he's gonna bring to like another zombie movie in this stage of his career. You know,
Yeah.
like with knowing all he knows now, and it could be some great shit. I'm looking forward to it, dude.
Hopefully it is.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Are you guys surprised at all that they're gonna have to go back and do any of these reshoots by any means? Because we're not really surprised. It's gonna be a big undertaking for everybody, so I'm kind of hoping that I'm just hoping more than anything that they can do it all and it doesn't affect the overall quality of the movie more so than anything. So whatever you guys think, just let us know down in the comment section below. All right, guys. So our final segment here today is going to be a little bit different. We don't really have a whole lot of news coming out right now, so we don't have any big major topics or anything we want to cover right now. But we had some 2 trailers drop for 2 different films here that were, and then another announcement for a sequel that's coming out, which I don't know. The 2 trailers kind of hit us by surprise because they both look really good, surprisingly really good. So we wanted to put them on your radar if they're not on your radar already, if you haven't seen them. And then this sequel is just questionable. So we'll get into that in just a second. So we're gonna kick things off here though first with the Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson and Sebastian Stan film, The Devil All the Time, which is
Some big
also
names.
another Netflix movie. Yeah, so this cast is insane. Like they have some killer names in here. That's not even all of them. Like that's literally not even all of them. What was his name? Jason Clarkson here too. Haley Bennett, Harry Melling. All these. Oh, there's just this is a crazy cast of people. If you haven't watched this trailer, go watch it. It's on Netflix. Robert Pattinson plays like a preacher. This looks like a scumbag, shitty preacher dude. Like Jason Clarke also looks like he's into some bad shit. We'll just say, looking from the trailer, and like
Bill Skarsgård.
yeah, Bill Skarsgård's in it too. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. This cast is like popping off,
It's
dude.
popping off.
Popping off, and it's like very interesting. I'm excited to see Tom Holland play something other than Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
that's
he's pretty
really,
much
like
become that character.
yeah, so, like, this is pretty much like because I've been looking forward to another film he's been doing with the Russo brothers where he's playing, like, I think he was playing, like, a veteran who came back and has, like, an opioid problem or something, and I was like he goes through some shit, right? And I was like, "That's an interesting thing for, like, Tom Holland, like, to be doing," because we know him for being, like, Spider-Man and stuff, and that's pretty much all we've really been able to see him to do, so I've been wanting to see him step outside of that box and, like, do something, else, and this is kind of an example of that. It's completely different than Peter Parker, so that's gonna be good to see, and it's also for Robert Pattinson stepping out of the box as well. Like, talk about someone who's been popping off, dude. Robert Pattinson is popping off right now.
Everybody's popping off.
Yeah, popping off, dude. But like Robert Pattinson was just in the Lighthouse, and then God, he was in another thing. He was in that what was it, King Henry or something on Netflix, and then
Yeah.
like he was on. God, he has something else coming out too. And then, oh, he's got Tenet coming out, and then he's motherfucking Batman, dude. Like he
It's a
is
lot of
the
stuff on this
epitome
plate.
of popping off is Robert Pattinson right now.
Oh, for sure.
And, like, I don't know, but I watched this trailer. Rick, what did you think of the trailer?
Didn't really understand what the movie was about after watching it. I mean, it looks like a good movie. The acting looks good.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else to say, but the biggest question I have is like, what's the movie about?
I don't know. I like that, though.
Yeah,
I don't like when you see a lot of,
it's
like
mysterious.
I like knowing very little about what's going on because then, like, I get to pay more attention. I wanna figure out what's going on, and then you learn what's going on as you watch the movie with the characters, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's always fun, like, when you watch a trailer for, like, a Marvel movie, you kinda know what's going on.
Well, yeah,
There's not gonna be an M. Night Shyamalan twist in the end, like, it
you
is
know
what
what's
it
gonna
is.
happen.
Yeah. With any Marvel movie, not to, like, throw Marvel movies under the bus or anything, I love Marvel movies, but, like, you get it, like,
The
we all get
superheroes
it.
are gonna win.
Yeah,
Like,
that's pretty much it, unless you're dude, I was actually thinking, how crazy would it have been, like, dude, they don't have the balls to do this, I know it, but you know the scene in Endgame when Thanos gets the glove,
yeah.
and he puts it on, and he says again, "I am inevitable," and
Mhm.
then he does it, right? What would you think if he just did it again right there, and it ended, it cut to black? Like,
Be
that was it.
controversial for sure.
Like, dude, that's an ending. That would have been amazing. See, another thing, I liked how it turned out being, but they
You
just kind
know,
of undid everything that happened. So
originally in that
stop.
scene, they were gonna have Robert Downey Jr.'s eye pop out of out of his head.
They had a lot of different things for
Like
that.
gory, gory, gory.
Well, that actual scene too, where he says like an "I am Iron Man,"
Yeah.
that was like the final shot they made of that movie.
Yeah.
They literally went and shot that like on a soundstage, like very shortly before the movie came out. It was one of the last things. It was literally the last thing they shot because they didn't know what they wanted to do there.
Yeah.
Like up until the very end, they shot like a bunch of stuff, and like eventually they did that one, and that one stuck. But I just think it would have been super ballsy of them to just have Thanos do it again. And like, no, this is it. Like, this is it. Like, there is no happy ending. That would have been awesome. Like, I think that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they did. They could have done it if they didn't kill off people like Black Panther and stuff. Because like we already and Spider Man, like we knew they were coming back.
Well, yeah, yeah.
So had they not done that and killed off other characters, then I think it would have been pretty fucking cool. It would have been real cool. I would have liked it. But anyway, back to the devil all the time. Yeah, I don't know anything about what this movie is. And like that's why I wanted to talk about it because normally I don't just like talking about like, oh, there's this cool trailer. This one has caught me off guard. Because for one, it was a Netflix thing, which normally they're super hit and miss, like we were just talking about. But for two, get to see Tom Holland doing something a little bit out of the box. So I'm
Yeah.
excited about seeing that. And Robert Pattinson like doing something completely out of the box as well. So what do you guys think? Have you guys seen the trailer for Devil All the Time?
Check it out.
Go check it out. It's gonna be on Netflix. I forget it comes out September 16th. So like only about a month away at this point. So I'm looking forward to it. Question is, guys, what do you think? Have you guys seen the trailer and are you guys looking forward to it? Whatever it is, just let us know down in the comment section below. All right, guys. So our final topic here is another trailer that just dropped. The recommendation for you all to go look out or to go watch and look out for. A movie to put on your radar. Because this one, even more so than the previous one, the Devil All the Time with Tom Holland, this one really kind of caught me off guard. I had no idea that this thing, I didn't even know this story was even real until I read more into it. And this is a movie called You Cannot Kill David Arquette. All right, and this it as the headline here says, the trailer chronicles the actor's return to the pro wrestling world. And I know what you're thinking because it's probably exactly what I was thinking. What are you talking about? Like he was never a pro wrestler. What are you? He was never a wrestler. What is this? What are you getting on about? But if you watch the trailer and go on even to read the article here, apparently he did at some point. I
He
guess he
did.
came on for one event, and you'll see in the trailer where like he, I guess, became like the world champion or something.
Somehow.
Like, and I don't know if this was like the WWE or
It looked like WCW.
it was WCW because it was World Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
So it was WCW. So I guess in 2000, before WWE took over everything, or WWF, I guess, or WWF. I used to really like wrestling.
Oh, me too.
Dude, weirdly
It was so
enough,
good.
this just fucking blew my mind. I had a dream about wrestling the other night. Like, it was so weird. Like, Tom Hardy was in it. Or not Tom Hardy, Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy.
Was
It was
in
like
it.
Tom Hardy.
Dude, honestly, it was so weird. Jeff Hardy came out. Why did I have
Were you
this dream?
spectating or were you wrestling?
I don't know. Because I just remember this happened. I just, like, you know how, like, you don't remember dreams half the time, and if you do,
Then it
maybe
just
it's
kinda,
for,
like, comes
10
back
minutes.
to
Yeah,
you.
now this one just dawned on me because I remember there was, like, a wrestling ring. We were doing something, but then all of a sudden, like, I think, like, maybe Triple H, Shawn Michaels was there.
Shawn Michaels.
Jeff Hardy was there. Who else was there? I don't know, but it was so weird. And the weirdest thing here, and this is not what it sounds like, I'm telling you. And it was weird in the dream too, because what was Jeff Hardy wearing? Just guess.
A dress.
No, dude, he was wearing like underwear singlet with like a buzzed head, like normal looking. You know, Jeff Hardy normally wears like fishnets with face paint and like,
Yeah.
you know, just long hair.
That
He came out wearing like a little underwear thing like Triple H would wear.
Yeah, like a
And I literally just remember in the dream, I'm like, what the fuck is Jeff Hardy wearing, dude? Like,
I said a dress.
like what the No, yeah, this is completely off topic, but kind of on topic to some degree. So yeah, apparently though, 18 years ago, David Arquette wins the WCW championship. And I guess like I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know this was real. Apparently it was real.
It's a documentary, it
Yeah,
says.
and this is like a documentary. He goes in, like, you gotta watch the trailer for it, guys. I can't play it because you know, I'll probably get hit
Things and
with
stuff.
I'll probably get, you know, hit with some copyright claims. But
It looks really good.
it actually looks good, dude. Like
It does. I don't even like David Arquette, and like it looks good.
Yeah, I don't really like. I've never been a huge fan. It's funny though because they say like that event back in 2000 like hurt his career and it like hurt wrestling.
Have you really
'cause he
seen him
did it.
since?
And like, no, you haven't. So like maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I have no idea. But like go and watch this trailer because dude, I'm telling you, it's called You Cannot Kill David Arquette. Go and watch it because it is like a documentary about his return, literally his return to the pro wrestling world.
That face expression there says it all.
Dude, there's scenes in this trailer where literally like I mean, there's like a song playing, what is it? Where it's like wrestling is real or whatever.
Yeah.
Wrestling is not fake or something. Yeah, wrestling is not fake. But like there's scenes in here, like literally, I don't know if he's doing like underground wrestling in this or what it is, but
It's like hardcore.
It's hardcore, dude. He's getting like fluorescent lights busted over his head. He's
Thrown
like,
through
jumping
tables.
off ladders, like on a street somewhere. He was literally jumped off a ladder and like landed on two dudes. Like it was like real stunt stuff that he was doing.
Yeah.
Like legitimate stuff. There was a scene.
There was a lot of blood.
A lot of blood. There was like literally a scene, him coming out of like one of the events or something, and he is covered in blood, and it's real blood. It's literally.
Oh yeah.
It's not like a fake thing. Like there's another one where he had like his cheekbone was swollen out to here. Like it was like out to here. I'm not kidding. Go watch this trailer because this thing completely caught me off guard.
I was surprised. I wasn't looking forward to the trailer after we watched. I was like, that looks
I know.
really
That's
good.
what, I was just like, it randomly came up on my feed, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And like, because like you just said, what movie have you seen him in the last 10 years? And you're correct. There has been like none. And I don't know if that's not. I've never really disliked David Arquette by any means.
I guess it's saying I don't like him.
You haven't really seen him in anything. Like he was in the Scream movies, and like that was, I don't know, pretty much it. That's really all like anyone really remembers him for, anyway. Which I don't know, probably. Well, he was in that one. Wasn't he in Kangaroo Jack, or was that the other guy?
I have no idea.
I think that was the other guy. Maybe he was in.
It's a movie I forgot existed entirely.
I don't know why I thought about it. I don't know. Kangaroo fucking Jack, dude. Oh man. But anyways, guys, yeah, go check out this trailer because it's intense. Like it looks really good. Like I'm telling you. Let me see if there's a release date on here. It's coming out August 28th, so just in a couple weeks, dude.
That's real soon.
I don't know where though. It doesn't say where it's coming out. I don't know if it's gonna go to streaming or what.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna try to throw it in theaters. It'd be a good time for them to throw it in theaters because there's not gonna be anything out.
No.
Like really, like nothing's gonna be out around. Then the only thing it's gonna have competition with, if it keeps that release date and actually goes in the theaters, is going to be New Mutants, really. As far as like a new movie. So, which, dude, I'm still looking forward to New Mutants.
Yeah,
I'm not going to go see it in the theaters because I don't want to go to the theater, but I would if the what was going on right now wasn't going on right now.
Oh, sure.
But dude, yeah, I'm really stoked for this movie. Like after watching the trailer. So please go, do yourself a favor. Go watch You Cannot Kill David Arquette, the trailer, and just let us know what you think. Let us know what you think. But that'll do pretty much. That pretty much covers everything we have for today, guys. So, Rick, where can everybody find you online?
Sir Rick Metz, as you can see right here below. Follow me on Instagram. Check out my posts. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, do it. Whatever you want to do.
Yep.
You can follow me at Sir Rob Bifo right down there as well. At Sir Rob Bifo, pretty much everywhere. And also, don't forget, guys, you can submit topics and questions for the show simply by emailing us at honestanduneducated@gmail.com. That's honestanduneducated@gmail.com. And with that down, and the show down, everything down, Rick, what's your sign off? What's your sign off for today?
See you later.
See you later.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and email us. Send us anything you want.
Weird ass questions.
Anything. It doesn't have to be
not
movie
too
related.
weird,
It could be anything. If you got problems with your homework, let us know.
We can help.
You got dating issues.
We can help.
No, we can do it all, dude. This isn't just this. We can, dude.
We got a lot of different stuff.
We are simply here to give our honest and uneducated opinion.
We are merely a vessel for these.
Yeah. For these
what? Stuff. These entertainment pieces.
Yeah. We're a vessel, dude. Just keep it at that. We're a vessel for you and your thought, dude. You want an honest and uneducated opinion on anything, you fucking send the email to honestanduneducated@gmail.com. Right?
Right.
He's Rick Metz.
Right.
I'm Rob Bifo. Take care.